If you're holding XRP or XOM, stick around because this video is loaded with critical insights that directly impact you. And no, I'm not saying this just to keep you until the end. We'll be diving deep into the latest global shifts that could redefine these assets entirely. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you'll consider subscribing by the end of the video. Now, let's dive deep into what's happening on the world stage. Recently, Chinese President Xi Jinping brought attention to a fundamental shift on the global financial landscape, specifically emphasizing the need for BRICS nations to take the lead in creating a new financial architecture. Xi pointedly stated, "There is an urgent need to reform the international financial architecture, recognizing that the current system may no longer serve the shifting dynamics of economic power." This statement, made during a recent BRICS summit, wasn't just about rhetoric. It was a call for a transformative overhaul of how global finances are structured. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, represent a growing economic bloc that's now challenging the traditional dominance of the West, specifically the US and its allies. But here's where things get interesting. This shift isn't only about traditional currencies or geopolitical tension. It's tied to the accelerating integration of digital assets like XRP and XOM, which could become vital components of this new system. As countries within BRICS push for independence from the dollar-dominated financial framework, we're seeing serious discussions about a multi-currency financial system, potentially backed by digital assets or even tokenized commodities. This opens up the playing field for assets like XRP and XOM, which have long been geared toward fast, efficient, and secure transactions across borders. The world is paying close attention to the BRICS developments, with many analysts speculating that these countries might seek to reduce their reliance on the US dollar and establish an alternative financial ecosystem. This potential decoupling could shake the foundations of international finance as we know it. But here's the key question. What role will assets like XRP and XOM play in this evolving landscape? If BRICS nations continue to explore digital assets as a way to facilitate cross-border transactions without the need for USD, it could mark a pivotal opportunity for these cryptocurrencies. Stick with me as we explore what this could mean for the future of XRP and XOM, and how they might fit into this bold new vision for global finance. Let's start by examining another significant piece of news, reshaping global financial dynamics. Recently, the West finalized a $50 billion loan package for Ukraine, notably backed by Russian assets. This decision isn't just a financial aid move. It's part of a larger shift impacting the global financial landscape, signaling a growing divide and instability within the existing system. With traditional structures increasingly under stress, this move has accelerated the global pivot toward assets like gold. Countries around the world are now rethinking their position within this fractured financial network, re-evaluating reserves and diversifying from reliance on any one economic system, including the dollar. All eyes are on the growing tension between the BRICS nations and the US, with experts and analysts speculating on what impact these shifts may have on the dollar's future role. But here's the real story that's unfolding beneath the surface. We're witnessing an accelerated transition away from traditional financial systems. This isn't just about BRICS, the US, or even about reserve currencies alone. It's about a new financial era, one where digital assets like XRP and XOM could play a pivotal role. XRP and XOM stand to be at the heart of this new system, leading the charge toward a fully tokenized, digitized economy. As this transformation unfolds, these assets may well become the infrastructure that enables swift, cost-effective, and seamless transactions in this new digital economy. Now, there's an ongoing debate about which of the two assets, XRP or XOM, has the upper hand. People love to discuss which one is better, pitting them against each other as rivals. But here's a crucial point, often overlooked. Focusing too narrowly on which one is superior can detract from the bigger picture. Both XRP and XLM are positioned to be critical components of the next generation financial infrastructure. This is why I've personally chosen to invest significantly in both. My substantial holdings in XRP and XLM reflect belief that these assets, each with their unique strengths, are foundational pillars in the evolution of a financial system dominated by digital assets. Here's how they complement one another. XRP is ideally designed for business-to-business, tube, transactions, facilitating large-scale cross-border transfers for corporations and financial institutions. XLM, on the other hand, is optimized for peer-to-peer, troop, transactions, making it an excellent vehicle for direct consumer-focused exchanges. Together, they form a robust dual system for digital value exchange on both the macro and micro levels. Looking at the broader implications, XRP and XLM are not just two digital currencies vying for dominance. They are assets with the potential to transform global payments. We're talking about an emerging payments network that could eclipse the efficiency of current systems, creating a digital infrastructure where value moves across borders with ease. It's no accident that major institutions such as the World Bank, and the BIS have spotlighted these assets as tools to modernize and streamline cross-border payments. This level of institutional attention highlights their importance in a system poised for tokenization and the shift to digital assets. However, the charts for XRP and XLM can be deceptive, especially for retail investors. Price movements alone may not reveal the full potential of these assets. And this is where some investors miss the bigger picture. By focusing solely on chart patterns, many fail to see the underlying developments that could lead to their widespread adoption. This market strategy isn't accidental. It's likely a calculated approach. By keeping retail sentiment focused on short-term price action, attention is diverted from the fundamental transformations these assets represent in the financial landscape. To put it simply, XRP and XLM are much more than investment opportunities. They're the foundation of a future digital economy that's emerging in real time. As this digital transformation continues, expect these assets to play a defining role in a financial world where every asset is tokenized and digitized, offering seamless, efficient transactions across borders. Whether you're invested in one, the other, or both, it's important to understand the broader significance of these assets as we move closer to a fully digitized financial ecosystem. Let's dive deeper into the significance of XRP and XLM and their integration with the traditional financial system. Here's a striking example of their potential. The ESO Technical Committee has developed standards that enable interoperability between Ripple and Stellar blockchains. This interoperability is not a minor feature. It represents a cornerstone for seamless operations and governance across multiple blockchain networks. With the adoption of the ESO 2022 framework, which aligns with Swift's strategic moves toward blockchain integration, Ripple and Stellar are not only directly cited in technical documentation, but are effectively positioned as essential components of the next generation financial infrastructure. The reality is documented, and the importance of this connection simply cannot be understated. Ripple and Stellar stand apart as the only two crypto entities that offer distributed ledger technology, DELT, solutions specifically to enhance correspondent banking infrastructures. Their contributions are highlighted in the ISO 2022 documentation, underscoring their roles in Swift's broader blockchain integration initiatives. Amid all the new project hype in the crypto space, traditional financial institutions aren't eager to jump on board with just any tech startup. They lean toward partnerships with well-established, reliable players, those who have stood the test of time and gained the trust of financial giants. And in the evolving financial landscape, very few names have proven themselves as thoroughly as Ripple and Stellar. These organizations have been operating in the blockchain and finance world for years. Their technologies vetted and incorporated into frameworks supported by giants like the IAMS, World Bank, and BIS. In fact, major global financial bodies, the EMF, BIS, and World Bank, have been laying the groundwork for a revolutionary cross-border financial system where XRP and XLM are set to play distinct and crucial roles. Specifically, XRP's technology optimizes liquidity by facilitating efficient, large-scale business transactions, while XLM empowers peer-to-peer transactions, making it well-suited for consumer-based exchanges. For years, we've seen these organizations designing a global, token-based system for cross-border transactions. This new infrastructure is aimed at tracking, tracing, and logging every asset in a tokenized form, ensuring transparency, security, and efficiency across financial borders. As we witness escalating geopolitical tensions and financial uncertainty, this shift is rapidly advancing. Distractions abound, whether it's the tensions between Russia and the West, ongoing discussions about the future of the US dollar, or worries over inflation. But beneath these headlines, a consistent shift is underway. Global economies, especially BRICS nations, are pushing toward digital currencies. BRICS itself is already exploring a basket of digital currencies to promote stability and shift away from a single reserve currency model. This aligns perfectly with the new digital financial framework being adopted by these countries. Meanwhile, Ripple and Stellar continue to be referenced in official documents by the EMF, BIS, and World Bank, underscoring their roles as trusted, reliable players in the future of global finance. Consider the landscape in 2023. Even while navigating a high-profile lawsuit, Ripple joined the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure's KPME at the BIS, the central bank of central banks of central banks. Ripple was listed alongside industry behemoths like Swift and MasterCard, an inclusion that speaks volumes about its influence and strategic value within the financial world. This affiliation alone highlights the magnitude of Ripple's role, positioning it as a primary player in reshaping financial systems. Let's not overlook Stellar's ongoing contributions either. For instance, in November 2021, Stellar collaborated with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority on a green bond tokenization prototype. This project not only advances sustainable finance, but also strengthens Stellar's ties to influential institutions like the BIS, a connection that many people don't realize exists. XRP and XLM are more deeply embedded in the global financial architecture than most realize. Even as mainstream media focuses on the volatility in markets and the risks posed by geopolitical tensions, the largest players in finance are quietly continuing their shift toward tokenized assets, digital currency baskets, and a reinvigorated gold standard. Central banks worldwide are amassing gold reserves in anticipation of a potential future system where currencies could be backed by fractionalized gold, a transformative model that may eliminate the need for a dominant reserve currency. In this envisioned system, each central bank would operate its own central bank digital currency, CBDC, where real-time, instant settlement renders the need for traditional reserves obsolete. So, where do XRP and XLM fit within this rapidly evolving ecosystem? Their dual roles in enhancing liquidity and enabling peer-to-peer transactions place them at the heart of what could be the next global financial infrastructure. The institutions shaping the monetary policies of tomorrow have repeatedly spotlighted Ripple and Stellar, seeing them as vital cogs in a fully digitized economy. This new financial structure could streamline efficiency in ways that traditional models never could, providing transparency, inclusivity, and unprecedented speed. As we observe these monumental changes, it's clear that XRP and XLM are being positioned to help drive the evolution of finance on a global scale. What do you think about this? With XRP and XLM so deeply entrenched in the traditional financial system, how do you see them influencing the monetary landscape of the future? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. XRP and XLM aren't just popular among crypto enthusiasts. They're consistently mentioned in official technical documents from the world's most influential financial institutions. This isn't a coincidence. Major organizations like the International Monetary Fund, IMFA, the World Bank, and the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, are including these digital assets in their discussions and plans for the future of money. Think about the significance of that for a moment. These institutions have traditionally been very conservative, highly selective in the technologies they acknowledge. So when they repeatedly cite XRP and XOM, it indicates a deep consideration of these assets' roles in the future financial ecosystem. The question becomes, how will XRP and XOM fit into this rapidly evolving monetary system? What specific roles might they play in facilitating the digital economy? XRP, known for its efficiency in settling cross-border payments, could become a backbone for global tube transactions, especially among large financial institutions. XOM, designed for peer-to-peer exchanges, might be the choice for everyday transactions, supporting the financial inclusion of individuals worldwide, especially in underbanked regions. Together, these two assets have the potential to cover a comprehensive range of transactions in a way that no other digital currencies can. This potential positioning is only reinforced by the timing. Geopolitical tensions and economic uncertainties are pushing the world towards a new, unified financial structure faster than we anticipated. And XRP and XOM seem to be at the forefront of this shift. A shift driven by the very institutions steering the future of finance. So, how do you see XRP and XOM integrating into this system? Will they serve as a bridge between traditional finance and the world of digital assets? I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you envision their role as we move towards a digitized, interconnected global economy. Share your perspective in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on XRP, XOM, and the evolving financial system. Join our community on Twitter or the free Discord, links in the description. Until next time, peace out.